Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we are live. Not going to make this a long career because I do want to enjoy the ride. Um, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I just left Panama City Beach, Florida. That's where I was this weekend for my little getaway. Big ups to Shookums. Big ups to one of my new favorite spots. What's that? Crap. Drawing a brain fart. Starts with a B. Barefoot. That's what I said. Yeah, big ups to Barefoot. Big ups to the Alibi Lounge. Big ups to Hooters. Big ups to Newbies. That was like the spots I was at this weekend. I feel like I might have been in one more spot too. Make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. So Hooters. Yeah, I went to Newbies last night and Shookums. And today I went to Barefoot and Alibi. So yeah, that's everybody. I didn't make it to Salty Goat this time. I did not make it to Fog. I started to go to Foghorns at one point, but I decided not to go. I did go check out Patches for a brief second. It won't always grind up to be. Maybe during football season it'll be different, but I'm just wasn't really. I wasn't moved. All right, but yeah, I'm just gonna talk briefly about Columbus and Atlanta. Um, I'm not gonna beat a dead horse again. Y'all already know they're still on punishment. I explained why they was on punishment. I don't really want to. I don't really want to get into that again because there's a red light. Yeah, because I felt that I said what needed to be said in the video I did about Columbus and Atlanta needs to do better. Now, for me personally, you can't just be good for 1 week and all of a sudden I'm going to put y'all punishment. Just like, you can't tell me that you're this and that and expect me to believe you. I need consistency. I need you to show me with your work, with your actions, not with your words, and I need you to be very consistent. I don't know if y'all can hear me. I hope y'all can hear me. Don't like anybody's in here right now, but hopefully that will change shortly. But yeah, so I'm not gonna beat that dead horse anymore. But I feel like they probably will be on punishment soon because football season is starting up. Um, we got Carver football next week. Their first two games are out of town. 1 week they'll be in Fayetteville playing Whitewater. Another week they'll be near the Albany area playing Lee Scott. Their first home game will be I don't say home a lot, but I just did it again. But I know their first first home game will be in 3 weeks when they play Spencer. The big rivalry between those two. Carver is definitely well. I don't know if you can really call it a rivalry because Carver has dominated the series as of lately. Obviously Carver owns the series. I can't speak for what happened back in the 20th century, but for the 21st century, Carver has dominated this series. Spencer only beaten Carver once. That was back in 2017. I'm not going to make an excuse like, well, Carver had a down year or whatnot. Spencer took advantage of it that year. Carver had a down year. Spencer just did what they needed to do. So that's. I feel like this game's gonna be an interesting game this year. This year though, I think it'll be a close bout. I don't expect. I don't expect either side to. Well, I can see Carver blowing out Spencer, but I definitely don't. I don't see Spencer winning. And I damn sure don't see him blowing him out. I just don't see it. But so yeah, by then I think I was at Carver. Columbus could be off punishment. With that being said, if I do take them off punishment, it's going to be limitations involved. With that being said, you cannot have me take you off punishment and then you go back to doing the same thing over and over again. That got you on punishment to begin with, because then you just gonna make it worse for yourself. You know, and I'm gonna be honest. I did not want to put Columbus on punishment. I really didn't. Now I really hated that I had to do that, but it had to be done. It's kind of like when you're a parent and you tell your kids over and over again to not do this, not do that, behave in school, get good grades, respect your elders, don't go around picking on people or picking on other kids per se, and then they keep doing it anyway. And after you told them about 15,000 times to stop doing it, you get to a point to where you get tired of repeating yourself. It's like, how many times we got to keep telling you to not do this, not do that, to be on y'all A game, and you're just not comprehending. You keep doing the same thing. You have opportunities to get all punishment before this week, and then you go around and start doing the same thing again. Had to put the doghouse in the doghouse because the fight almost happened there last week. Like, come on, Columbus. What are we doing here? What, like, seriously, what are we doing? What is wrong with the city of Columbus, Georgia? I guess the only upside about it right now is that I haven't heard any shootings lately. But it won't surprise me if that happens in the future, because the city of Columbus don't know how to act. You don't know how to act. You get too drunk. You start messing with people for no reason. That's why I'm so glad I do not get drunk. I'm so glad. Not unless I would have fallen in that same boat. But I don't even want to know. I already know what type of drunk I was the one time I got drunk. So, but nonetheless, I don't even want to know if I fall in that same boat as the people in Columbus. So it's not even worth it. Like, it's like we can have fun, we can shoot the shit, but the type of person I am, I don't want to be associated, let alone be associated heavy with people who can't control their liquor, can't control their alcohol. They cut up, they clown, and then they wind up trying to pick fights with people. I don't know what my chest is now. I hope I got it. All right, can't. But nonetheless, I'm just tired of it. And this is gonna be the last time I bring this topic up. I do not. I repeat, I do not miss that toxic woman in my life. I don't need people around me being toxic, being negative, giving me clips of me, reminding me of her. I don't want that. Because if I want to be around that energy, I'll just go find her wherever the hell she at and ask her and hang out with me, so she can talk about the people she don't like, the people she that she got ill will towards, but yet she knows good and well that she would not say some of the stuff that she says to anyone, to a lot of us, to these people faces, because she already know they'll whoop her ass. And that's really, if you about that action, if you really about whooping ass and setting a statement, just do it. Stop going behind these people back and talking shit about them. Nobody want me. I don't understand why people think that's cute. I don't understand why people think that's adorable. It is not. It's childish. It's immature. Nobody wants me. No true adult wants to hang around another adult who acts like a child. It's like we already do. So, and a lot of these people got kids. They already deal with their kids during the week. They don't want to go out on the weekend and have a drink and have to deal with an overgrown child. They just don't. I do like for me personally. If you're gonna have that energy, stay away from me. I don't want it around me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to hang out with you. I don't want to do anything because that's not me. That's not how I get down. And stop telling me about people that you don't like. Stop telling me about people that that you want to put hands on. If you were to see, if you was gonna put hands on you, your ass would have been put hands on. So I don't want to hear that shit. Stop talking about what else ass. Stop talking about what people are wearing on it. Like, here's my phone. I was looking for that. But yeah, stop talking about what people are wearing. Like, you over here telling people about a woman wearing a dress that she shouldn't be wearing because it shows her rolls. Who cares? If the woman wants to wear that dress, regardless if it shows her rolls or not, that's her business. If you don't like it, why don't you go to the store and pick out some dresses for her? Until then, shut the fuck up. And that's real. Stop telling people about it. Definitely stop telling me. I don't care. That's not my business. I'm not making it my business. I don't give a fuck what a person wears. That don't concern me. Now, I agree that not everyone can wear everything, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one paying for it, so I don't care. I think the problem is with society is that too many people are so invested in other people's business, but yet they can't even handle it. Yeah, they can't even handle their own business. Like they, like it is really great to mind your own bi sometimes, and don't invest your time in other people's bi, because once you invest your time in other people's bi, that's when you get in trouble. That's when you land in hot water. And if you land in hot water, who's gonna save you? The damn sure not gonna be me. But yeah, some people just got to grow the fuck up. And until that happens, you cannot be around me. You cannot be in my circle. You can't be affiliated with me. If you see me, you speak to me. Hey, how you doing? All right, nice talk. Nice seeing you. Now going somewhere. Don't latch on to me. Don't do that. You already spoke. Keep it pushing. All right, I'm back up now. So apparently, while I was going through Youngstown, a small city here in Florida, about 20 minutes outside of PCB, well, technically 20 minutes outside of Panama City. Yeah, a stream yard. I got booted off a stream yard, and then I tried to bring it back up. I was having trouble. You know, the page wouldn't load, so I had to cut off my phone and restart it. And now we're back. But yeah, as I was saying, Columbus is trying too hard to be Atlanta. You got these reality shows. That's Atlanta's known for that nowadays. Now Columbus always trying to do reality shows like this whole Welcome to Columbus thing, and that's what I was talking about. Welcome to Columbus. I've seen a few episodes of it. Don't really care for it. I know some people from the show. I know of some other people from the show, but it's just not my thing. It's not something it doesn't move me. Now, when I was younger, in my early 20s, that's different. But I'm in my mid 30s. I'm not interested. What's good, sniper? I'm not interested in that type of noise anymore. That's what I said. No one tripping. Hopefully, this video. I mean, hopefully not this video, but hopefully, this don't go out anymore. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Okay, just got done taking a nap. That's good. I am going to sleep so good tonight when I get back to Georgia. I'm actually on my way back home now. Leaving Panama City Beach, Florida. I got a little way to go. I'm still in Florida. I'm passing through the small cities now. I haven't passed through I-10 yet, but that's coming up like 25 minutes. So yeah, I got a minute. But I think once I get through past I-10 and back across the state line to Alabama, but yeah, back to Alabama, then get through Dothan. The whole 231, 431 intersection and all that. Once I get past that, it's basically smooth sailing for the rest of the way. Because I don't really encounter any more street lights until I get to Eufaula. But once I get through, and it's not even that many Eufaula. So just get through those little bit of street lights, and then I don't have to worry about another one until I get the Phoenix City, and then once I get to Phoenix City, just get on back, get on across the water. I'll be that. It'll be over. But it's already over because I'm on the road now. But I want to go back, but I can't. I gotta go work in the morning. But yeah, in Atlanta, I'm blaming y'all too because I'm gonna make this real quick. Like Atlanta, I'm blaming y'all too because y'all are heavy influence on Columbus. Y'all really are. It seems like I said, it's trying so hard to be y'all. It comes out like a off-brand version. I'm just being honest. And look, Atlanta's a great city. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't want to try to be Atlanta. Not that bad. I don't wish I was from there. You know, it's cool to go out there, hang out, but I'm not one of these Columbus people that feels the need to consistently go to Atlanta. A lot of people I talk to or converse with, it seems like they always want to go to Atlanta every weekend or every other weekend. It's like, do y'all know anything else besides Atlanta? There's plethora of other cities out there besides just Atlanta, Georgia. There's some cities that are better than Atlanta. Let's keep it thorough. So yeah, I don't. And a lot of the places I was familiar with, familiar with in Atlanta, a lot of them are closing anyway. So I'm not getting a big reason to go back to Atlanta, Georgia. Why? Been there, done that. It was fun, but I guess I'm at that stage. It's like, I guess when you're younger, you always want to go to Atlanta. But now, as I'm getting older, it's like, okay, it's cool, but we don't gotta always do this. We can go elsewhere. That's why I go to PCB. That's why I've been to Tallahassee. That's why I go to Tuscaloosa, Macon. I know these are smaller cities compared to Atlanta, but still, I know there are other cities out there besides Atlanta. In fact, me and my family, we plotting on taking a trip to Savannah real soon. I don't know when, but we talking about going to Savannah. Savannah's a nice city, especially on River Street. I had a good time there. The last time I was there, so I wouldn't mind going back to Savannah. Even if they don't go, I might go to Savannah myself. It's like 4 hours some change. Like, I went to Gainesville. If I can go to Gainesville, I can definitely go to Savannah. That's just being honest. I might actually do that before the summer ends. We'll see though. I'm not gonna make it official, but that could be in the works. So especially gotta keep an eye on the tropics too. Like, to make sure, like, if I do go to Savannah, make sure there's no hurricane coming through. I was because like one year I was going to go, and then a hurricane came through Savannah, so we had to alter some plans. And no, I'm not going to watch the Savannah Bananas. I really don't. And like I seen them on TV, and the Savannah Bananas they're not good. Like, they're entertaining. Yes, I give them that. But like, if you're going to entertain me, you got to at least win. Like with the Harlem Globetrotters, they entertain me, and they whoop the fuck out of whoever they going up against on the basketball court. Win about like 60 some odd points at times. I just don't get that for the Savannah Bananas. But they did. Last guy I did watch, they did win though. So I don't know. I can understand the hype behind it. I'm not gonna be like one of these people like, oh, screw the Savannah Bananas and that. No. I understand the hype. They like the fresh thing off the block. Kids like them. I'm not going to spoil it for the kids, but just for me personally, if you're going to entertain me, you need to win. Though I'm just being honest. Summer says, to be fair, when you get old, you don't care. Oh, I mean, hold on, let me get past this bridge first because I'm almost in this car. Thankfully, they didn't blow their horn at me. I always had to get out of it. Guys, no, I was just joking. I was about to say, I was going to say I got this car and whooped their ass, but then again, I don't know if it got a car and whooped anybody's ass. It's not that serious. Plus, it may be a woman, so I don't put my hands on women. But yeah, when you get older, you don't care about certain things as much. I don't. Yeah, it's just like been there, done that so many times. It's like, all right, now think of something else to do. Like, I feel like I'm too old for Magic City. Yeah, I feel like I'm too old for that. So it's like, if it was meant for me to go to Magic City, it probably would have happened about a decade ago. I don't think it's ever going to happen. And you know what? I'm perfectly fine with that. I already had my fun in the strip club. You know, it's not something that I would like to do in today's age. Now, if I have a son and he becomes 21 and he wants to go to a strip club for his birthday, that I may oblige because that'd be my son. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to see some titties and ass. But like me just going by myself, I'm good on that. I am so good. I've seen enough titties and ass in my lifetime. The big titties and the baby titties, the petite asses, and the asses that look like they ate a lot of cornbread when they was coming up. Seen it all. And no, I'm not tired of it, but I've seen it all. Listen, I seen full-fledged naked women dancing, and I actually got some lap dances from full-fledged naked strippers with no drawers on, with the pussy showing, with no pasties on their tits. I've seen it all. You know, so it's not something that it's not something I haven't seen. If you get my drift. Besides, the strip clubs of Columbus, they a little too PG anyway. Last time I went to strip club Columbus, first of all, they don't take the drawers off. Now they got pasties over their damn nipple. This is so y'all so quick to go to Atlanta. But for me personally, it's like you don't always got to go to Atlanta. You really don't. Well, I found out of Bay County, home of Panama City Beach. And just to think, all these years, I've always been anti Panama City Beach because I felt it was a scapegoat for people in Georgia and Alabama. Then I finally went down there and I officially debunked everything I said about it being a scapegoat for people in Georgia and Alabama. That place is dope. Next year I'm trying to go to Destin though. I've been meaning to do that. And found out that Destin is actually the same time frame, the same time duration as Panama City Beach. So would be nice to take that trip too. And I also think, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like it's a toll down there as well. So we'll have to see how all that pan out. So yep, it is 7:32 Central. Will I get across the state line before dark? I think I will. I think I will go because now I cross the county line. I'm in Jackson County. I-10 should be coming up. Not that I'm going to get on I-10, but I'm going to pass through I-10. And then once I get through I-10, pass through I-10, I basically got another 20 some odd miles before I cross the state line to Alabama. Now, if I was in Tallahassee, then pass through I-10 on Tallahassee, I'll just be 15 minutes away from the Florida Georgia state line. 15 miles away from the Florida Georgia state line. That's what I meant to say. I don't really have a reason to go to Tallahassee anymore unless Florida's playing FSU in football in football because anytime Florida plays FSU in baseball or softball is during the week. So I won't have a reason to go up there. But yeah, as far as Atlanta, I'd rather be if you had to I can give you some cities I'd rather be than in Atlanta. Uh, Obviously the Florida, the Panhandle is definitely I would definitely rather be in the Panhandle than Atlanta. I'd rather be in Miami over Atlanta. I'd rather be in Tampa over Atlanta. Jacksonville, that may be a push. Orlando, not so sure. I don't want to. I don't know if I'd rather be in Orlando though, because it's basically like Disney World and all that. I wouldn't be, but I'll have to go to Orlando and find out though. Tallahassee, I wouldn't go now. Tallahassee, I would not go that far. I wouldn't get up there and say that I'd rather be in Tallahassee than Atlanta. Gainesville's a push too, because Gainesville has a great nightlife. They got a lot of joints there. So and I enjoyed my time in Gainesville. I got no qualms about it, but that would be a push too, just like with Jacksonville. I'd rather be in New York than Atlanta. I'd rather be in LA than Atlanta. I'd rather be in Dallas than Atlanta. I'd say Chicago would probably be a push. And the only reason I'm saying that's a push because Chicago has a lot of violence out there. They got a lot of shoots and stuff. So when it comes to Chicago, it's just kind of like getting an idea of where to go and where not to go. Ew, wait. Here we go. Sniper says, let's see, there's, oh, yep. Jacksonville is a solid city, and while I only been there once, I did some research not too long ago. Unfortunately, Jacksonville. Yeah, they do. That's, Duval County in general is crazy. I've been, I got family in Jacksonville, so I know for sure how they get down in the area. So, but yeah, when it's Florida Georgia week, oh, that city is lit as fuck though. But I won't have to depend on the 5 hour energy because if I do, them wait till I get. Hey, it's not dark yet, so I like to think I gave myself some time. But yeah, and this is not the shit on Atlanta though. Atlanta's a great city, like I said. Now, I'd much rather be there than Columbus. That's some Columbus residents would tell you there's not shit to do in Columbus. Yes, it is. Now, you got just Columbus. They got a solid nightlife. Whatever Gainesville, let alone Atlanta, but it's. I'm not coming off as if Columbus has it all, but I am coming off as there is something to do. For the ones who like to say that there's nothing to do in Columbus, they're the ones who be quick to go to Atlanta. They're the ones who are quick to go to another city. You know, now it's not we don't got everything there. So like if you trying to go to the beach, we don't got a beach in Columbus, so that wouldn't be the spot. So yeah, you won't be able to do that there. I'm not sure about if you would like horseback riding. I don't think we do that there either. I think it's in nearby counties though, because like a lot of the counties that surround Columbus are usually like countryside counties. So yeah, but like if you like sports, like baseball, we got the Cleanstones. If you like hockey, got the River Dragons. Uh, I guess if you like arena football, me personally, I don't care for it like that. I have watched some. No, I'll take it back. I never watched arena football on TV, but like if you like arena football, we got the Columbus Lions. We got Botanical Gardens. We do got downtown. They is vastly looking better. They've been doing some work down there. We got our fair share of bars and clubs, and there are things to do in Columbus. But here's the thing: this is why I put them on punishment. In a way, these bars and stuff like they're a privilege. It's not a given. And one thing that these people don't understand is like when y'all go out here and act a fool, you're leaving a bad mark on that bar. And there's bars around America that has been known for having a bad reputation. The end result, they get shut down. They close up shop permanently because motherfuckers don't know how to act this shit. Hold on, let me see. Sniper also says, funny enough, yesterday I came across a stat on the cities in the U.S. that had the highest car wreck rates or something like that. The top 10 range of Jacksonville was on the list. Yeah, they don't know how to drive in Florida. It's just as bad as Georgia drivers. He also says, that being said, when I went to Jacksonville, fortunately, I didn't encounter any crimes and shit like that. Miami is cool. One thing I don't like about it is humidity. It gets hot as fuck. Yeah, this humidity is a bitch. It's starting to cool down. Well, on outside, the meteorologists know it's not cooling down. The temperatures dwindled just a bit. It looks like we're officially done with the whole, the heat wave for now. But I won't be surprised if it sparks back up one more time before summer ends. But Thank God that shit is over. Oh yeah, it rained yesterday at PCB. It's on my face. I posted it on my Facebook. Maybe I should post it on my Instagram too. I don't. Yeah, I probably will post it on my Instagram. It rained at PCB yesterday. If I still got that clip though. Yeah, she says, "Congrats on taking the series from us. Waiting on Slitta. Oh, wait, sure. Waiting on Slitta to respond on Twitter DMs so I can send my head over to him and have when it's time." Well, just so you know, Dashy, two things. I'm on the subject. Two things, Dashy. Three things. First of all, thanks for the congrats. Second of all, just make sure you don't blow up Slitter's DM about that. I would hate for him to have to get on wax and be like, "Gosh, you stop blowing up my Instagram, sir." You know how he can get. And third of all, I did watch your stream. As you already know, I watched your stream, but like I caught what you said at the end. You was talking about I don't be you said fuck the Braves and fuck Blooper and you said you had some choice words with some Braves fans. You can't let you can't let opposing fans get you upset. Like if you want to be angry at the Cincinnati Reds for not coming up to par. But don't take that shit out on the Braves fans. Like we didn't do shit. We didn't do shit. We just fans of watching the damn game. So I was a little taken back by that when I saw that on wax. It's like, damn, this man really bugged. Really bugging. Oh shit. Yeah, I done got my eyes off the road for a second. But yeah, as far as the Reds not beating the Braves, hey, it is what it is, man. It's just how it is. We got your number. That's that. But then again, the Braves got a lot of teams' numbers, so don't feel too bad. You're not the only one who's constantly getting spanked by the Braves. I believe some of your fellow division rivals may know about that way too well as also. So. But nonetheless, so y'all in the playoff mix. So take that for what it's worth. I don't mean it don't like the Braves are going to make the playoffs. It sucks, but that's how it is. Because the Braves, because the front office didn't do shit this offseason. They just sat on their ass. I already spoke on this. So they sat on their ass and let everybody else around them get better. They didn't do shit. They didn't adjust shit the first half of the year. And when the trade deadline came around, I already knew they were going to address shit then. So I wasn't even going to waste my collective breath on that. So, yeah, it's going to be a lost season, unfortunately. But, yeah, definitely disappointing. But I'll take this series win, though. I only passed through I-10. Plus, with Miami, even when it gets gets cloudy and not too sunny, and humidity, it's nowhere near a guarantee that. Oh yeah, that's the South for you. The humidity is a bitch all around. Hey, don't even sort of include as drivers on fares, regardless where you go. Yep, sure is. Yep, pass through I-10 now. I don't know if I just said that, but yeah, the only thing I would just advise, like for anyone who were to come to Columbus, they're trying to find something to do. I would base it, I would base it on what that person likes to do for fun. And then if I'm able to give them some suggestions, then I will chime in. Like it depends on what they like, because like it's certain things about Columbus I don't like. So, but they gotta really stop this bullshit though, because we can't be risking lockdown and some of my favorite joints closing because y'all don't know how to act. Then I gotta start telling people just quickly run to Atlanta. I gotta stop doing that too because people word of mouth travel quickly. They out of towners move like the way y'all tell them to move. So, yeah, definitely something we're not tell them. Like Twitch is on though. Like I said, I'm not a fan of Columbus either. If I had the opportunity to get the fuck out of here, I would have got. Well, I'm not in Columbus yet, but I say here. If I had the opportunity to get the fuck out of Columbus a long time ago, I would have got the fuck out of Columbus. And maybe the opportunity comes around in the future. I don't know. There's no telling. But if I had the opportunity, I'll definitely get the fuck out and never look back. If I'm able to not look back. So I'm gonna beat the dark. I'm battling the dark. Well, it's not dark yet, but it's getting dark. Oh, look, definitely rained here today. Oh, it rained a PCB today too. I'm not tell you. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I told y'all it rained yesterday, but it also rained today in the morning. I was actually gonna head to the beach when I woke up and do a little crib there. While I was on the beach, it probably been a different type of little crib, but Mother Nature had other thoughts, and she said, "You're not gonna be doing any type of streaming today." What the fuck? This weather, this Mother Nature done a number on where I'm at, Cottondale. Where the fuck this name of the city is? Because it was like a part of the road that was flooded. But nature need to chill out for real. You already flooded Texas. You flooded the Northeast. Damn, leave the East South alone. But leave the Southeast alone. We don't want this shit. There's supposed to be it's a possibility of a hurricane forming South Carolina, North Carolina. Nature, chill out a little bit. Give us the United States of America a break. But basically, the lower 48. I don't know what's going on in Alaska and Hawaii. I don't got too many people in my circles from Alaska or Hawaii. I do got some family in Alaska, but that's about it. My biggest pet peeve is my biggest pet peeve in driving is when you go to speed limit and don't drive funny and other drivers go above the speed limit and they'll go ahead and get in the same lane as you just to get that's stupid. Those type of people are asking to get cussed the fuck out. They do some dumb shit like that. Yeah, that sounds like Atlanta, especially on 75, 85. My word of advice for anyone who drives on 75, 85 in Atlanta, you better have a lot of patience because if you don't got any patience, you might want to between the county line all the way up to about 316, which takes you to Athens, like up in the area of miles, or those 10 miles because 10. That could be a fucking nightmare too. I don't like driving in Atlanta. I don't like driving in Gwinnett County. I do it 285 a little bit because like if it's not during work hours, 285. It don't be as 285 east or 285 south. Southwest could be a different story, especially when the Braves are playing. Like that traffic can be backed up during Braves games. That she says, thank goodness, red, not the rest. All right, this shit got one more time to go out on me. But yeah, as I was saying, don't let them trolls get to you like that. You know, they're there to troll. They're there to fuck with you. I'm not saying you should be acceptors of it, but you don't want to be going around like just yelling at them like, I'm not an Atlanta Braves fan. I'm not a Cleveland Browns fan. Cincinnati's in Ohio, you dumb fuck. Stop talking about Skyline Chili. Okay, so about 29 miles away from Dothan. So that probably puts me roughly at uh, shit, somewhere between 10 to 15 minutes, about 10 to 15 miles away from the state line. Yeah, I'm almost out of Florida. I think I just got one more time to go through. That's Camilton, which I'll probably go through. It'll take about a minute to go through there. So like once I get through Camilton, then it's basically all the way to Reed. Then it's basically straight to Alabama from there. I think the toughest stretch for me in Alabama, not the toughest, probably like the longest stretch in Alabama. Well, probably when I get into Russell County. No, I'll tell you about it. It's probably between Dothan and Eufaula. Like that stretch right there, it feels like sometimes it can feel like a little bit after forever just to get Eufaula. Because like once I get through Eufaula, I'm basically close to the Russell County line. So and like once I get across the Russell County, it's basically a piece of cake from there. And I see lightning too. So hopefully, hopefully Mother Nature will hold up for me. I don't anticipate it happening though, but you never know. Sniper says not only can traffic be a bitch during that time, but after 5 p.m. After 5 p.m. since there typically isn't much traffic, it decreases chance. Yeah, a lot of people are where they want to be at that time. So, well, I don't know if I'm gonna make it before dark, y'all. Let me see how far I am. Well, no, I'm not gonna make it before dark, but like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it across the state line before dark. Damn, I should be closing on Camilton in a minute though. I hate that I leave Florida, but I gotta work. It is what it is. But yeah, I think I say what I really need to say. Yeah, just long story short, Columbus and Atlanta, please do better. That's all I'm asking. Get off being show me some consistency. show me some consistently good behavior, then I take you off punishment. That's how it's gonna be. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna. You know what? It's almost at the 1 hour mark, so I'll probably ride this out to like the 1 hour mark. Because someone told me by then I'll probably be in Alabama. If not, then I'll be right there by the state line. So I'll let it get to the 1 hour mark, and I'm going to shut this off. That way I can just focus on this road. Plus, this thing's really starting to aggravate me because it's already shut down. It already went off of me twice. At least the second time I was able to get it right back up. But still. But yeah, I just have to drop this quick jewel for y'all right quick. Um, Coming up next from A-Fizzle Productions, I'll close it out on this note. But coming up next, I do got 2 drink reviews coming. One from Icy Girl that I tried last weekend. I forget the flavor of it, but I think it might be Sour Patch or some shit like that. I know I said it in the video, but like I'm gonna double check though. So yeah, be looking out for that drink review coming up next. I gotta start editing that, and then I got another drink review live from Hooters, Panama City Beach, Florida, and I also have a guest appearance by a Hooters girl in the video too. I'm not gonna tell you her name. You gotta just wait for that video to drop, and you'll find out her name. You know she actually talks a little bit in the video. So, and I actually might throw up a clip or two from PCB. Well, I definitely gonna throw that one out when I was on the beach right before I left. I'm gonna throw that one up. Maybe I'll show y'all the clip when it was throw it down last night. And then I think I got one more clip. I think it was something from a live band that was performing at the Alibi today. I forget the name of it. I think it was Kindred Spirits, which I think that name does kind of sound familiar. I wonder if they performed in Columbus because I believe I seen them before, but not seen them. I think I heard that name before. But other than that, I don't think I had any more clips from Panama City Beach, Florida. Maybe just those 3. That was it. I did take a lot of pictures. I'm not gonna post them on YouTube. You got to be on my Facebook friend to see the exclusive pictures from PCB. And I didn't even post all the ones from the last trip. I gotta throw those up first, and then I'm gonna put ones from this trip up today. Not today, but after that, I'll probably throw my clips up when I get home. Cause I want to make sure I got everything before I want to make sure I had everything before I post these up. I feel like I got everything. So yeah. But I had a good time at PCB. Again, I said unfortunately I did not go to Salty Goat. I tried to go to Senor Frost one day, but it was packed as shit, so I didn't even chance it. But yeah, but I enjoyed the places I was at though. Maybe one day I get there a little bit earlier, so I can do some karaoke at Shuckums. Because like they do karaoke now on Saturdays. And by the time I get that neck of the woods at Shuckums, it'd be like 8 something to 9, 8 something, and that list be ridiculously long. And the DJ told me straight up, I can put you on the list, but chances are we probably gonna run out of time before we get to you. So it's up to you. So yeah, I just didn't even bother. But next time, hope if there is next time, well, it will be a next time. But next time, I'm gonna try to get there early enough so I can do a song. So and maybe I can record me doing some karaoke. Now, whether it's good or bad, it is. Hey, you be the judge of that. I'm not. I'm just having fun with it. I don't take the karaoke thing that serious. I know some people do. That's their prerogative, not mine. And just like that, I did not make it out of Florida before dark because it's now officially dark. And it looks like it's trying to storm out here in Campbellton, Florida, which I'm riding through right now. But like I said, it's not gonna take me long to get through Campbellton. I'm almost already, I'm almost at the city limits. Now we visited. Have a little, so 19 miles away from Dothan. So yeah, we definitely closing on the at this point we're definitely closing in on the state line. I seen a blue light. I thought it was a cop, but not that it was coming for me. But yeah, all right. Yeah, we had 59-minute mark. So all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up as we approach the 1 minute mark, and I rapidly approach the Florida-Alabama the Florida-Alabama state line. Yeah, I gotta get through Bama to get back to Georgia. Well, coming from PCB, if I was in Tallahassee or Gainesville or Jacksonville, it's just Florida and Georgia only. But since I'm coming to PCB, and coming from PCB, I gotta go through Bama to get back to Georgia. But so y'all be easy. We're right up out of here. Y'all have a good night. And let's get back to getting this money, y'all. Let's get back to getting this paper. Let's get back to having fun. And that's what life is about. Stop taking everything so goddamn serious, y'all. That's my last words. And I'm out.